CNN, it's amazing. CNN had a segment where they went down the past 4 weeks of Donald Trump's administration. This is like, it's pretty insane when you see it all in one place. And it's exhausting. Like, she looks like she's going to pass out. She's having to read this. She had to actually take a drink in the middle of it. It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds long. But listen to this. This is CNN on the news that Steve Bannon was fired. Just goes down like what the Trump administration has been about for the past 4 weeks. That's it, 4 weeks.
Let's just all take a moment, just to remind you what has happened. Incredibly significant events, one after the other. So in no particular order, President Trump in the last 4 weeks has fires his chief strategist, fires his chief of staff, hires a new one, hires a new communications director, fires him, hires a new one, his fourth in 7 months, publicly shames his attorney general multiple times, loses a health care bill, publicly shames the 3 Republicans who voted against it multiple times, bans transgender individuals from the military without telling the military, ticks off the Boy Scouts, makes up a phone call with said scouts, makes up another phone call with the president of Mexico, thanks Vladimir Putin for expelling Americans, hundreds of them, takes days to sign a bipartisan sanctions bill and then blasts Congress for making him sign it, condemns leaks, but then says he likes the leaks because it shows people love him. Hold on a second.
She's going to drink a glass of water.
Sorry. This is long. Encourages police officers to be rough with suspects during arrests. Publicly shames the Republican leader he needs to get anything done multiple times. Embraces an unpassable immigration plan that sparks a debate about the Statue of Liberty and the definition of cosmopolitan. He threatens North Korea with nuclear war, tells Guam it'll help tourism. Then his own chief strategist calls his bluff and says, nah, there's no military option in North Korea. Threatens Venezuela with a military option. After a Nazi rally in which someone was murdered, the president blames both sides. After the backlash, cleans it up, denounces those white supremacists, but then hours later erases all of it and makes everything worse by again blaming both sides, saying there were fine people there. No, they weren't. They were Nazis. Suggests there's no difference between George Washington and Robert E. Lee. Publicly shames CEOs who abandon him, then loses 2 of his entire jobs councils after execs jump ship. Considers a pardon for, of all people, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, all the while he's facing these accusations of racism. By the way, plugs his winery in Virginia when asked if he will, as president, visit Charlottesville. Tells the world to study a lie during a terror attack and gets condemnations from Democrats, Republicans, former presidents, world leaders, allies, his own staff, and the Pope. And still has no regrets. Someone else condemning the president, the mother of Heather Heyer.
I'm like Damien, except more obnoxious.
The important thing is you get a superlative. That's it.
That's
the bottom
the
line. You got to have the est at the end.
Gotta have
I think I put my stamp on this summer. You're welcome.
Yeah, looks like the attention's on me. Damien was a great guy, but he was just such a downer. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm a bad seed. It's true.
It's so exhausting. It's so exhausting.
Isn't it? I mean, it's kind of unbelievable. In a certain sense, the worst person in the country. I mean, like, I'm in the running with guys that like kidnap young women and keep them in basements, like literally. And I'm the president. It's
I have some
unbelievable.
words. I have some words to the country. It will put the lotion in the basket.
No,
It'll
I'm just
put the
kidding.
lotion-
That's more Steve's thing,
It'll
right?
put the lotion in the basket. It will put the lotion in the basket.
Stephen Miller.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's...
Is everybody feeling a little tired?
And on top of that, I mean, you could put in stuff like refuse to actually comment on the mosque that was blown up.
Right.
I'm sure there's even more, right? I mean, we can't even... Never mind what his EPA has been doing. Never mind what his actual agencies
Well,
have been
that's
doing.
just standard Republican destruction.
Didn't mention failed to appoint an ambassador to South Korea. I mean,
Matt, do it. Actually, you want to go to Guam instead? It's going to be great for tourism.
great for tourism.
Great
People are going to
for
be talking
tourism.
about Guam all the time.
People are gonna talk-
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos